Welcome to the first episode of Time is a Bitch. I am so excited to start this podcast, and I really hope that you all enjoy it. We're going to be talking about aging, beauty, how we all deal with it, and the spiritual element also, because I feel like that is very important. And my first guest today is Dr. Jennifer Hanners Guiterrez. Thank you for coming. Yay. She is a speech therapist, an amazing researcher with a lot of accreditations to you, and also an amazing artist known by Lepodatria, and a great friend. And she's also my kindred sister because we share the same birthday.
We do.
Which I didn't know until you surprised me one day.
Yes.
I had no idea that we were sharing the same birthday. And one day on my birthday, I get flowers.
Yeah.
And then literally after I see they're from her, I get on Facebook and it's her birthday. And I felt horrible. No. But I'm like, that is at the same time, I'm like, oh my gosh, I share this birthday. And we were like really, really close because we were doing your music videos, it was, and it just kind of just blew me away. I want you to know that meant so much to me when you did that.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I really, when we were doing a lot of your music videos, I really, felt alive and creative and able to help bring your message across. Mm-hmm. And that was, you gave Daniel and I that, that leverage to do that. And just, you gave us, obviously we all had to agree on a lot of things, right? But you let us be us.
Yeah.
And that was so, so amazing. And I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. But today we're talking about, a lot of things about aging. Because you came in today and we talked a little bit just to kind of and you surprised me with your newfound thoughts on aging and beauty and all that. And if you can share some of that, that would be great.
Sure. I am happy to share, and I'm very honored to be here doing this podcast. I have a lot of respect for Karen and Daniel. And let us go back for just 1 second to the music video time period. And I will tie this back into my thoughts on aging because I kind of think they go together. I had some of the best moments in my life, some of the best memories and experiences doing those music projects with you and Daniel. What is unique about the two of you is that you encourage and empower the artist. You make the artist believe in themselves, make the artists believe in themselves. And for me, I felt really confident, even though I was doing something that was so different, that I had not experienced before. My first music video experience was just so unique, and we've done several.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's tricky. You have to put yourself out there emotionally and physically. You have a camera in your face as you're filming and
fighting with it, literally.
Yeah. Yes. In Dear Monster.
Mm-hmm.
And I just appreciate the attitudes that you both brought to those experiences. And the memories that I have are priceless because I can look back at that chapter, and maybe there'll be a new chapter. We can talk about that. But I can look back at that chapter and be so proud of what we did together as a team when I felt confident, talented, and beautiful doing something that was so challenging because of who you are, Karen, and because of who Daniel is, and because of who you are together. So I wanted to say that first.
Thank you.
And to tie that into aging is, I did these projects. I'm not 20. I'm almost 54, and I'm proud of that. I really am. But doing these projects.
And you look amazing, girl.
Thank you.
Never would have guessed that.
Doing these projects, I wasn't doing them when I was 20. I was doing these projects as an older artist, not old, but older artist, and trying to be successful with these projects, trying to put anthems out in the world and leave a legacy and do something positively impactful. And as an older artist, you do think about, what am I going to look like? And how is this going to be on film? So I think when I was doing those projects, there was a lot on my mind about looks and appearance.
Yeah, I remember.
And there has to be.
No, of course.
And that's reasonable.
I would have been the exact same way.
That's reasonable. And I think for anybody who's doing something like that in the public eye, that it makes sense to consider those things. But for me, it's been a journey of trying to determine how I want to portray myself. And it was so fun. I love everything that we did, and I love my look. But it was so fun to kind of experience hair extensions, and I would wear false eyelashes and lots of makeup that I loved. It was so beautiful. But as I have kind of moved forward and grown older and really watched my face, watched my body, accommodated to what years of experience in life bring. Because they don't just bring experience, they bring wrinkles and subtle changes. And I wanted to handle those changes in a healthy way. So for me, I love the glammed up look, but I also love trying to achieve something that's also beautiful, that is more just me. So that means, no hair extensions today, and, a little bit of a different look today. And of course, we're not doing a music video. And if we were, I might decide to do those things, which is also fine.
Right.
But I just feel a lot of contentment in just looking in the mirror and being
you look
me.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, without the hair extensions and everything. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things, and I don't mean to cut you off, that we get so tied up in, our hair, our makeup, the eyelashes, the nails, everything fake, 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 fake. And I am guilty as charged. I am so about that. But I've also realized that, I'm not far behind you, girl. I'll be 53 in another month and a half. So I get that. And I've, struggled with my weight and things like that, because I am, like, you found out is it okay to say you're perimenopausal? I am full blown menopause, and it has been a challenge. My weight, I've gained like 15 to 20 pounds. I'm not happy about that. And, there are things about me that I want to make better. And I think those things are okay. But I still struggle with how people see me. And I think that's because at one point, a long time ago, I was really heavy. You know what I mean? And in my 20s, I was married and having babies. And I didn't go out. I went to school, graduated, and was taking care of kids. My senior year of college, I had my oldest like days before school started, my senior year. And so I didn't experience all of those things. So I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel good about myself, right? It wasn't until later in my life when I made changes that I started to feel better about myself. And so I liked that feeling. And I think I'm, I don't want to say addicted to it, but I guess it probably is that I crave that. You know what I mean? I want to, and I need to get over it. You got to be accepted. But that's the world we live in, right? The accepting part. Because I can remember, oh my gosh. I remember one day, I was pregnant was I pregnant? No, I was just heavy. I mean, I was heavy. And I was out walking the dog or something like that. And I remember these kids drove by in a car and they said something about, something about me being heavy or shamu or some shit like that. Sorry. And I will never forget that. And it was so devastating to me. It was
Yeah.
really, really was. And I just felt like, wow, I don't want to ever feel like that again. You know what I mean? You just get, and the biggest time when I realized how people treat you is when I lost all that weight and I started to look different, how better people treated me. Like people changed, even new people that I met. It was it was such a different encounter. And the people that I was with, my friends and stuff, they liked me better, it seemed like, and so when you deal with that, it's hard to give that up. I feel like it would be very hard for me to give that up. But I applaud you. I applaud because you look amazing. If I could look that good without my false lashes and everything else, girl, I would do it too. But I'm not good at that stuff. I'm just not.
Well, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
And it has taken work for me to find that level of contentment and intentional things like following influencers on social media that are body positive and that aren't all about skinny. I respect anybody's personal choice to make decisions for their face or their body that raise their confidence level or contribute to their health, but I think some things that are pushed forward in media are unhealthy.
Oh, for sure.
We see images that are impossible to obtain without, doing things that are potentially unhealthy. And we have someone agreeing.
Yes.
Yes.
Kate agrees.
Yes.
So sorry about that. That's my little Kate.
Well, I take the shout out. Yes. That's a very kind audience. But these things that are out there are sometimes toxic because they put in front of our faces who we should want to be. And it's not necessarily what God intended for
100%.
us. And, I think it's really important to treasure your body that God gave you and to honor that body and to be grateful for it. And that doesn't mean that we don't make choices to be healthier or more muscular or whatever it is that we're trying to achieve. But at some level, to be grateful for just being here and being able to be healthy and live our lives. I work in medicine, so not everybody has that opportunity. And as I've gotten older and had some, my own personal health complications, it's become more important to me to focus on loving life, finding joy in life, and being grateful for just my health.
Right. And I think that makes a huge difference, right? I do. And I see that in Daniel, and I know you have kidney disease as well, and like we were all talking before we started, I've seen him grow and change so much. And I wish that, not that I wish anything bad to happen to me, you know what I mean? Like I find some horrible thing about me that'll make me change, but I feel like I need something to go, okay, Karen, here's a wake up call about what's more important in life. You know what I mean? Is it the way you look, the way you feel, or whatever? You know what I mean? And I haven't, and I'm not trying to wish anything upon myself, but I need something to say it's okay not to be wearing your eyelashes and, full blown makeup all the time or whatever, which I don't, you know what I mean? I very rarely, I wore makeup for this, but I very rarely, glam up, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I definitely would, if I was on TV, like, girl, you were in that. I applaud you for everything you did because man, you had so much work to do, and that camera was on you.
Yeah, it's very
all the time.
close.
Very close.
Very close.
Right. But you looked amazing. You worked so hard and you looked amazing, you
I loved
know?
it.
Yeah.
And I think that there are times that it's very reasonable and appropriate to glam up.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing a music video, glam up.
Right.
And you are in the business of media
Mm-hmm.
and marketing. And so I also feel like in that realm, it's also reasonable for that to be on your mind. So
Right.
not just as a woman, you know, not just as a female dealing with perimenopausal or menopausal issues, but as a businesswoman
Right.
who is in this arena.
100%.
You know,
I never thought of that, but you're
yeah,
absolutely
it's
right.
all around you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that is reasonable, and I also think that we all need to give ourselves grace.
Mm-hmm. Give ourselves a break.
It's not like I'm not here saying that I am just the perfect picture of contentment about all things about me, because no, that's what I'm striving for.
Right.
But I still like want to work out and do the things and want my clothes to look a certain way. And I look in the mirror. First thing I asked when I got here was, Karen, look at my makeup, because now that I'm older, I can't see. And I aesthetically want to look like I look without my glasses, but I needed help
Right.
to look at my face. And so, of course, it's on my mind. And especially dealing with, and I'm not sure where I am. I was telling Karen, I had labs done. I am definitely perimenopausal. I was not menopausal yet, but I may have crossed over the bridge. We don't know. But I think,
Oh, you'll know.
yeah. Well, so maybe not yet.
Not yet.
But I do think that it brings a whole other level of things to think about, and you know, all the things I read
Mm-hmm.
and haven't yet experienced, thank goodness. But I mean, there's hair thinning and weight.
That one scares
And
me.
I know
The weight thing is
the weight,
trouble.
and it is. I feel like it's harder for me. I can work out diligently and eat the same calories, and I still feel like I'm not losing like I should.
Right. It's getting older too. It's not
It
just
is-
menopause. It's getting older.
It is a bit harder, I feel like. But again, I just had to be content with buying another pant size, or being like, this is me and this is what I look like.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to find contentment, not with an unhealthy lifestyle, but with maybe who God made me to be. And
Right.
this is who I am now. And to be grateful for that, but still striving to be the best me now that I can be, if that makes sense.
Yes, totally. And I agree with you. I need to work on getting to that point. I really do. I know I struggle with it. And that's the whole point of this podcast, right? Is to be like, yeah, I struggle with it. So what does everybody else do? You know what I mean? So that other women too can watch this and go, yeah, I feel that way too. Or, how are you dealing with it or whatever? That's the whole point of this, which is why I wanted to, because I think it's a great topic to have, and which is why I still want to have, younger people on so that I can get their viewpoint of maybe aging, and then, have a few other people that, like, there's a doctor that I'm going to have on. He's a chiropractor, but he does like a holistic approach, and he helps with the aging process. So I'm looking forward to that. And hearing what he has to say. So it's not going to be all females. I'm going to bring some guys on. I'm probably going to have Daniel on sometime so we can, tear up the whole aging thing. Because I think he battles it too. But, I think we all do, like you said, to some degree,
Yeah, and you can scroll through media and, because I look up things about fitness and nutrition, my feed, my algorithm is now a lot of that. So I can see different things like, okay, eat more protein. Okay, wear this weighted vest. Okay, eat between these hours. I have done it all.
Me too.
And I try so hard. And I think that's when I prayerfully got to a space of, all right, how much do I want to be thinking of these things every day? How much effort? I mean, I want to put effort into it, but I don't want to be consumed
Right.
by what I just ate and how many calories were in it. So how could I go exercise this piece of pie off?
Right.
You know?
It's so funny that we were talking about that because I didn't know it was that extreme for you, but it was extreme.
Yeah, I've always prioritized exercise and valued it and really loved it. But I got so regimented that I would count calories, every single calorie, and I would try to exercise them away.
Yeah.
And I never missed a workout. Like if I had to miss a workout one day, I would double up the next day. And I've done that for years, since high school. It was just part of my being. And while I loved it, as I got older and it was harder to exercise the calories away, like I wasn't seeing the same result, that is defeating. And it's emotionally exhausting. And I didn't want to live like that. I want to be able to also not hold my friends or family hostage in a situation where somebody has brought dessert or,
Right.
and I don't want to be so worried about taking a bite of pie that I can't enjoy the time with my friends and family.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So I had to shift focus. And again, I'm not perfect, but it is something that I've really tried to adjust to have greater peace with who I am and
I
what I look
definitely
like.
see that in you. I definitely, you do seem, I don't know, not calm, but at ease maybe, more lifted.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you look great. So whatever you're doing is keep it up, But so you have a new project. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
So I'm excited to be here with you. I wrote this song. It's called Hate for Sale. And I wrote it a while back. I've had it. I played on the piano and I made a demo to send to my Nashville producer. And I never sent it. And I don't know why. I think I was doing research, which is pretty time intensive. And I also just didn't know, because I hadn't done a big project in a while. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to do something with it or if it was just meant to be out there on the piano with a simple recording or if I should go forward. But, there are a lot of ugly things happening in the world. I'm a Christian. And as a Christian, I've been disappointed in the representation of Christianity in media and how Jesus, his name, has been used in alignment sometimes with hate instead of loving your neighbor. The Bible says, love your neighbor. It's the second greatest commandment. And the Bible doesn't say, love your neighbor unless. So this song addresses that.
Okay.
This song talks about not buying hate, but it is a very raw, lyrically, it's a very raw picture of some things that are happening and how hate is for sale.
And you sang a little bit to me and I was blown away. You did send it to Nashville, right?
I have not yet. I have
girl.
not yet.
Oh, when you
I
get
just have
home, you
not-
better send it. Send it.
I have not yet because I just didn't know what will I do with it,
Yeah. I think that my little puppy now is barking.
Is the fan back?
The
Like,
fan.
yes,
No, this
send
is
it?
the second fan.
This is the second fan.
This is the little one.
saying, send the song.
Yes, send the song. Yes.
Yeah.
And I appreciate what you said earlier because, when Daniel and I first met you and we all sat down in our old studio and we all talked about, and we brought in people who shared their experience
Yes.
with, racism and hate
Yes.
and things like that. And I just remember feeling so honored to be a part of that group, especially as someone that isn't really, I mean, yes, I've experienced sexism and stuff like that because I'm a female. I get that all the time. But, I've never faced racism besides, I mean, we have, I guess. But to be a part of that group, especially as a white person, for them to feel comfortable sharing with me.
Yeah.
And to hear the stories that helped us form, those music videos.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I believe this is like that. And especially right now in this world, worship music is so popular right now, and I love it. We listen to it all the time here. And I think that you having that take on it, I think will be amazing. And it's going to speak volumes for people who are, that feel the same way you do, but you're speaking it for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm tired of the hate, and it frustrates me, and music is a way to address it. I think it's important if you have something to say that you say it, and this is a way that I can say it. So I guess I will send it. I've just been hesitant for whatever reason. I think
Right.
just, I don't know. But yes, I need to send it.
Yes, I think you should
so
definitely
that it can come
send
to
it.
fruition.
Yes, 100%. I think 100%. I think that you just need to, because I mean, like, what I guess my point earlier was that you have a gift of storytelling, and the way you, like you said, lyrically say the things that you have said, and the music that you have put out is eye-opening and sometimes shocking, and that's okay.
Yeah.
People need to be shocked. They need to be woken up.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I remember talking with my husband about the songs that I was writing and the projects that we were doing. And the songs that I write are anthems. They're messages intended to raise impact, ignite emotions, to make change. They're not necessarily the song you're going to jam out to in your car.
Right.
But they have won, how many awards have we won?
We've won 35 awards
Like,
with everything.
So many awards.
Yes.
And they have made an impact in their own special way. And the song that Karen was talking about, Onward, Arise with Love, was such a monumental piece. I'm so proud of that piece, and I'm so proud of our collaboration, and I'm so in awe of what we were able to accomplish. And I really treasure the memory that you described. And I think we have to have reverence for that and what it meant.
Yeah.
And the honor of being able to be a part of that, like what you're saying. But Onward was a very raw portrayal of racism. And the project was an anti-racism project. And this project would be very similarly raw. And I really want Nashville to just like thrash this song and make it bassy.
Oh, yeah.
Really edge it out.
Sure. I see that. I definitely see that.
And then, my voice is a sweet voice, but, there is some chaos and dichotomy that can come from that type of voice combined.
Oh, I think it would be amazing. You are 100% right with that.
So that's my new project, and maybe we can make something of that. If I send the song, then you guys have to.
Oh, I would probably jump through Facebook if you didn't choose us and be like, what is going on?
Yes, then we can finish out, a project that I think is meaningful, and maybe it will help people.
I think it definitely will. I think that all of your music helps people. We watched Dear Monster the other night. Man, what?
Yeah.
What a video.
So powerful.
My favorite part of that whole thing was when you grab their hands at the end, when they're watching their video. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it because it is just like, it's so powerful.
Yeah.
And it's just like you're bringing it, supporting and comforting, as they are watching what has happened to them, right? And just you just did an amazing job. I love that video.
Yeah.
I love them all, but that one's probably one of my favorites.
They're all incredible. You guys do great work, and you tell the story. That's why we have so many awards. Best Director. You got Best Director for Walter the Strong, I believe.
Yeah, we got 3 times. Walter the Strong, Dear Monster, and I think Onward.
Maybe. And Best Editor. I mean,
Yeah,
there's so
Daniel won
many
Best. We had a
awards.
competition going on. He's won 3, I won 3. So it evened out.
Yeah.
We got Best Music Video.
Yes.
We got
bunch of
Best
times.
Song.
Best Song. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
And then just a bunch of other, amazing,
It was so fun.
yeah.
But also worthy. And, that's what it's about, is leaving a legacy. You want to look good while you do it, but the message is really the core of what we're trying to do. And the older I get, the more I'm intent on what type of legacy I will leave. What am I putting out into the world that when I'm not here is something that I can be truly proud of, and that may have the ability to continue to make an impact.
Sure. And I think you've done that for sure. I was just thinking about something that you said about, the glamming up and stuff like that. It made me think of the music video, and then, how the world accepts us. And, like we do this purposefully. It's a marketing, right? You have to have people that other people want to look at. And so I think that's where we battle for ourselves, because we want people to like the way we look, so that they hear us, so that they watch. I mean, that is like marketing 101. You know what I mean? If you're dog shit on there, no one's going to watch.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And depending on the scenario, right? But women, it's so sad that we live in that age that, where you're felt that way, and that it is what it is. But, the research is out there,
It is.
It is sad, but you have to be beautiful. Unfortunately, you have to look a certain way. And, it's a terrible thing, but it just made me think of that, because we were talking about the whole music video and, getting glammed up and all that kind of stuff, that it's like, and then thinking about the new, something new, if we do that, okay, here we are again, back to the whole, how are people going to perceive me? And they're going to. I mean, you look beautiful regardless of how you are. But at the same time, I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, that sucks. It really sucks. Because when you mentioned the whole business thing, I feel like I have to look a certain way, especially if I'm dealing with men. And I work with a lot of men all the time. It's very, very rare that there is another female in our world that I work with. And so I feel like, besides how you act, right? You, in order to be taken seriously, I have learned, you have to look a certain way.
Yeah.
And so, which is a horrible thing to feel that way, but it is what it is. And I don't know. I guess I just need to find not to go back to that whole thing again, but I need to find my, I don't know, the road that I need to be on, or my happy level, or whatever it is.
I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's just hard. And it's probably a daily journey of like, where am I at? And what is priority for me today? But we are having to balance our inner journey with societal expectations. And I think it's just about boundaries. Like, what lengths are we willing to go to based on what society is telling me that I should look like. And granted, if I was in the industry, I am a speech language pathologist. I do research. I work as a researcher for the School of Medicine, and I'm a full-time acute care medical speech language pathologist. That is my full-time job, and I get to wear my hair in a messy bun, and I don't wear makeup. And I wear scrubs every day, and it is complete freedom because my patients love me.
Right.
And I don't have to look a certain way for them. I want to look nice.
Right.
But I don't have to glam up to be at my medical job. And I love that.
You know what I loved is like you would do this transformation. You'd come in your scrubs.
Yeah.
And, your slip-on shoes.
Yeah.
Hair up in the messy bun. No makeup. And then to watch you come out transformed.
That was kind of fun.
The hair. Oh.
I liked it.
It was, not that it was a better you, but it was a different you. And it was like, wow, look at that,
different. But, I feel like that it can be done, but maybe done with boundaries. Now this new space that I'm in, it's doable. I still, I want to look like me. I might be a ramped up me, but I still want to look like me. And I think a lot of what society is telling us in media, even if you're in the industry, I do have lots of respect for actresses and performing artists that have set some boundaries on what they're willing to do to their appearance because they still look unique. They still look uniquely them.
Right.
And because there is a space where you're trying so hard and you're doing so much that now you've lost uniqueness and you're beautiful, but you're not memorable.
Right.
And what I think is really cool about aging and what I feel that we bring that old me couldn't have brought, like at 20 years old, is experience and depth in our souls of things that we have gone through and things that we have seen that we can emote in a music video, or we can put into a lyric, or we can put into how we're going to direct a music video that someone else cannot do because you have not lived it.
Right.
And that is very important. And it's a strength that I have that someone else doesn't have. And also because I don't have the world telling me, I don't have a label, or a manager telling me, you can't say that. Cool. Because I get to say what I want to say, and I can bring this raw message that we can submit to movie festivals and bring eyes to the message because I have freedom to do that. And that's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. You are absolutely right. Well said.
Yeah.
Very well said. I don't know. Let's talk about, you also have this other project that you worked on called Footsteps. Tell me a little bit about that. 'Cause I love that. I love it. Tell me about that.
So that was a project that I did a couple of years ago for a friend of mine, Heather Hedge Baker. And I will tell you how that came about. Her son, Caleb, died due to medical malpractice and negligence on an Army base. No one checked on him for days and days after he had sustained an injury. And he had gone to the ER and been sent back from the ER, and he died in his room, not checked on. And the only reason that someone checked on him was because there was a bad smell coming from the room. So this mother, this warrior mom, after having experienced this horrible tragedy, he was found, sorry everybody, trigger warning, but he was found in the 5th stage of decomposition. That is how long he had gone without anybody checking. Can you imagine if that were your child? And she did the hard work of deep diving into the case and working for years on this. He was found in 2021. So that's how long this has been going on. Her investigation, her working to figure out what exactly happened and trying to achieve justice for that. I learned of the story through Heather, and I wanted to do something to bring attention to what had happened and to support her and her son, Caleb. So I wrote the song Footsteps because I imagined him walking in heaven. You know, he was so excited to go in the Army. There's parts of a video that we put together with some pictures of him that show him taking an oath, and he was so proud, and she was proud. His family was proud. But then this happened, and it really tainted everything and devastated them to the deepest level. So I imagined her praying and going through this. I mean, just how horrible. And that in her prayers that she might hear his footsteps.
Oh, yeah.
And so I wrote the song Footsteps with that in mind.
Yeah.
And then
it's a great song.
Yeah, she took the tribute video that we did to Washington, and she eventually got an apology from the Army and some justice. She's still working on some things, but I am honored and blessed to have been permitted to have even a small part in advocating for Caleb.
And now, like you said, there have been changes, right?
Yes. The Army is going to be instigating a protocol called the Smitty check. His name was Caleb Smither, is Caleb Smither. His nickname is Smitty. So it's the Smitty check. And the Army put in motion making changes to their protocol so that all soldiers must be checked on. Now, this was put into legislation and it passed the House, and then it was up for a vote in the Senate, and it's going through all of the legal processes.
Sure.
But she got this in motion, and it looks like it's going to be a permanent new part of Army protocol.
That's awesome. I can't imagine, I mean, do they not room with people anymore? Because I'm assuming it's like a platoon in a barracks, right? And so they don't, I mean, I thought they roomed with people, but how can you not say, hey, I haven't seen this dude in a few days, you know?
He missed work. He missed everything.
Wow.
And
nobody checked on him.
No. I believe it was 6 days. And
that's sad.
And so that will not happen again to another soldier because of her advocacy.
That's great.
And because of Caleb's sacrifice.
Well, and then it is an honor, right, for you to be able to be a part of that with the song. It's a beautiful song, and it's a great tribute. And I'm sure that they absolutely love it.
Yeah, it made me proud when Heather was going to Washington to talk with legislators, and she went to the Pentagon twice, and she told me that she would listen to the song, and there's a really big part at the end where everything just rises up, and it's very powerful, and she said she would just listen to that and feel strong, and that would make her feel powerful. And, guys, that's why I write my songs. It has never been about followers for me. You know that. I don't have time to do that. I've plus I'm uncomfortable. I'm an introvert at heart, and the whole live video trying to market myself was never my thing. But I still wanted to put music and messages out there. And even if it touched one person, if it helped one life, if it made a difference for one person, it was worth it to me. And that's why I do what I do, is for that kind of heartfelt response that it helped her when she was doing the hardest job that I could ever imagine, trying to get justice for the death of her son.
Yeah. Gosh. Wow. That's amazing. But you are doing so many good things. I'm so happy for you. And I'm so glad that you said yes to coming on here, because I know, like, when I was back getting my media communications master's, I had a podcast class.
Yes.
And we had to do it audio. So it wasn't video. So when I got done with that, and we have this new podcast studio and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, I'm going to start it again. I'm going to have Jennifer
Yes.
on, and I hope she says yes. So you were like the first person I called.
I love it. You're very, you've said a lot of nice things about me, but like you're doing all the things like, and you always have been. Master's degree in media and communications, now getting, are we talking about that? Can I
Yeah,
say
that's fine.
Is that okay?
Marketing. Yeah.
I'm like, do I have freedom?
Yeah.
Now getting another master's in marketing and analytics, which is really extraordinary because one master's degree is hard enough. Two is just extraordinary. That's incredible.
Thank you.
And so you're also out there blowing and going and doing so many incredible things and helping other people send their messages and put them out, because there would be no ability to get messages like Onward, messages like Dear Monster. Like, the message is the cinematography. It's wrapped up in that package. It's not just the song. It's the story that's told and what you guys did and were able to put out there. So, and you're doing all that. You were doing all that while getting your first master's degree. You've overcome health challenges, like, which is incredible. Like, just knowing about.
It's okay. You can say it.
Okay. Yes. I'm
my brain surgery.
I'm launching into space that I don't know if I
of course
have
you
permission
can.
to
Yes,
do.
absolutely.
But I think it's important for people to know one's journey. And that's kind of what I mean when I say that there's no one like you bringing what you're bringing to what you're doing. There's no one like me, bringing what I'm bringing to what I'm doing. So age aside, like, it's not just about the number. It's about like what that number means in terms of your gifts and your talent that you're bringing, because what you're bringing is infused with everything. Your strength and courage getting through your brain surgery, and then, but it's not even like you use that as something. It's never been about, like, it's always been an afterthought. How you've talked about that is just sort of like, I went through that, while you're getting your master's degree, while you're doing all these projects, while you're uplifting other people and making them feel proud of themselves.
Thank you. That means a lot. That really does.
So I feel like when we think about the number that we are, we need to think about those things, and we need to be advocating for ourselves a little bit more.
I think you're right. Yes, I think you're right. I really appreciate you coming on today. It was great to talk to you, first of all, and to get into deep dive into all these things and to talk about your projects. And do you have anything else coming up?
Just research. Well, I got asked to be the keynote speaker in Vienna, Austria.
Wow.
Later this year at an aging conference. And so I'm going to
There you go.
Going to be talking about my most recent research project. I'm a palliative medicine researcher, so I research what is the best way to feed people when they're critically or terminally ill, either by tube or by mouth. And that's what I'm going to be addressing at this conference. And then I'll be also presenting in Barcelona, Spain, at the Advanced ENT Head and Neck Surgery Conference.
Wow.
Similar research. And then I'm starting new research in the same vein. We're going to be doing more research this year, just trying to help people be able to eat what they want to eat when they're dying.
Do you need anybody to carry your luggage?
Maybe.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes,
you do such good work.
And I went to Austria last year and presented, but this year I'll be doing some of the conferences virtually, which is a blessing because I actually don't have to go there. So I don't need a luggage handler, unfortunately.
What about Barcelona?
Yeah, no.
Dang
it's
it.
virtual.
So all right, I'll just.
Too much going on for a long trip.
Course. And it's so much better that way.
We have a music project to do.
Yeah, come on. Let's worry about that.
I can't be going all over the world.
But how fun though. But that's super. You went to Austria last year?
I presented in Vienna at a different aging conference and was a featured speaker talking about the same thing, like that we should be respectful of patients' wishes to eat when they're dying. And what does research tell us about that? I do a lot of research as related to tube feeding and risks of tube feeding compared to risks of oral feeding when somebody is sick.
I would love to hear about that because there's so much about when people are dying, taking that food away.
Yeah.
Like, don't give me a steak the last day I'm going.
People want their
Come on.
coffee and their food. And,
Yes.
I'm a speech pathologist, and a lot of what we do is test swallowing function. And then we contribute to recommendations on how patients should be fed. And when I started long ago, the recommendations were really, oh, you have a swallowing problem. We should feed you with a tube because that's safer. And then over time, I began to question that. And that's what I got my doctorate in, doing research on this topic. And that's what gives me momentum to keep going, researching this so that we know for sure what is the best route of feeding if somebody is sick.
Right. I think that's going to be so impactful. So impactful because we're all going to die, right? And we all have relatives, parents that are going through it. And you got to sit there and go, okay, what's going to happen? What do we do?
How should we do this?
Right.
And it weighs on people when families are making decisions for their loved one. And then my patients, most of them find comfort in getting their favorite foods and drinks. And when they're unable to do that in the name of safety, quote unquote, it is very psychologically debilitating for them.
Sure. And it probably doesn't help their healing process.
No, it has physiological manifestations too. Like if somebody is depressed, it affects them physiologically. And spoiler alert, but my research thus far has shown that in people that have swallowing problems, the technical term is dysphagia, getting my research hat on. But if they have swallowing problems, my research has shown that there are increased negative outcomes with tube feeding versus oral feeding.
Wow.
So it supports patients being able to eat their favorite foods when they're very sick.
Sure. And I think people probably try harder if they can get their coffee. They're going to work harder at trying to swallow. Maybe. I don't know how that is.
They go slower. Whenever we are putting liquid nutrition into the stomach or, I won't go into detail, but if we're putting liquid nutrition into the body and we're cycling that into the body, the patient has no control over that.
Right.
And we can't, sometimes that tube feeding runs continuously and then somebody isn't in the room and there is some risk of that coming back up and going down the wrong way. But if you're eating and you cough, what happens? You stop.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So there's a lot. Yes, come to my virtual lecture. Coming up in Spain and Austria. But these are the things that I'm going to be talking about with physicians at both of these conferences.
That's amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So proud of you. And thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, of course. And that's all for today. Stay tuned for another episode of Time is a Bitch. And if you have any questions or, you want to comment in there, something for us to talk about, please go ahead and we'll bring it up. Thanks. Bye.